Yikes. Yikes. What's going on, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and this wasn't on Disney Plus like the first three Home Alone movies are. No. Oh no. Home Alone 4, what's this called? The holiday, the taking of the house, whatever the hell this movie's called. This is on HBO Max, and I recently got HBO Max. I did the free trial, and then once they announced this huge, ginormous thing of putting all of their movies on HBO Max, I decided, well, I guess I'm keeping this damn service. And so, well, until those big movies come out, I might as well see whatever the hell else they have on here. And Home Alone 4 just so happened to be next on the list. This movie came out in 2002. It's directed by Rod Daniel. And, man, oh man, you have Mike Weinberg, who plays Kevin McAllister. Yes, they recasted Kevin McAllister, Macaulay Culkin's character. How do you do this? Just on principle, before you even get into the story of the movie, and if anything at all was done well in the movie itself, how do you recast Macaulay Culkin? How do you recast any of the family, the parents, and just everything going on? It was, right off the bat, strike number one. This was a huge misstep. This was a huge wrong move. Even if this was, and it probably was, direct to DVD, it does not matter. You don't recast that role. You don't set this kid up for failure to immediately be compared to Macaulay Culkin. It's ridiculous that they even try to do it. You find out that his parents are now separated, on the verge of divorce. Whoa, what? So the fun family, the pretty together family that you saw in the first two movies, now you're seeing that there is trouble in the marriage. Like, where did this come from? This came completely out of nowhere. It just seemed like they had to force something to go on in the family dynamic and the family relationship, because let's be honest, this kid playing Kevin McAllister is not that good, is not that interesting. There's nothing really going on with him as a character, so they had to have the parents have this conflict. They had to have the father, who Peter McAllister, played by Jason Big He, however you pronounce it. A lot of these actors aren't great. When you're comparing to the actors that played them in the original, there's no comparison, and it's night and day as far as seeing what these actors can pull off with those characters, and we saw those characters played by much better. Even if this movie had the original cast and did the same plot, I would think to myself, this is forced, having the whole divorce thing going on. So of course Kevin is upset that he can't see his father, so he kind of just almost sneaks away on his own. He takes a cab and pays the cab with the change in his piggy bank. Come on. I know it's a kids movie, but even the youngest, dumbest kid would say that doesn't make any sense, or you can't do that. But we go along with it. We never really, at least if they said it in this movie, I totally blanked out and missed it, what his damn father does for a living. I know that the first two movies, and especially the first film, when you see their house and how nice it is, and how much that the father pays for their trip and everyone's tickets, the whole family, he's paying for all of it. And they never really get into what this guy does for a living, and it's been joked about, memes and whatnot, as far as what kind of job would he have to pay for this. And this movie doubles down on that, because now, I mean, you would think that he's going to start paying child support, has to give his ex-wife money. You would think that all of that is a factor, but no. You see his place, and he is super rich, super duper ultra mega rich. He has a butler now. He even has Kevin's room made up to have the coolest games. There's like an 8-screen TV screen where he can watch like 8 different things, 10 different things at once. It's ridiculous. It's so insane, but if you're thinking to yourself, well, how is this going to go sour? How is this bad as far as the kid goes? Well, of course, the father is engaged to this new chick. I think her name's Nancy. Whatever. She ends up being an annoying type, rude person. So the whole time you're thinking she's probably even involved with the criminals that come in later. I won't reveal whether she is or not. But speaking of criminals, you have the return of Marv. No, not the actor who played Marv in the first two movies. Just the character, Marv. Mistake number 7, or whatever we're at right now, as far as recasting Marv. If you couldn't get Daniel Stern to come back, if you couldn't do it, then don't bother and just have this criminal be someone else. Having him know Kevin doesn't really make anything that much better. It doesn't enhance the story. Enhance the story. You believe I'm using phrases like that, but it's true. It feels like they try to have some history and connection there, just to play off of how well we know these characters, but it does not work. It's dumb. Marv is played by French Stewart. Look, it's hard to criticize whether or not like he or any of the other criminals if they did a bad job, but it's just, look at this movie, guys. Look how bad this movie is. Where do you have to go? What other room is there? He's married. Marv married. Can you imagine that? It's certainly not the woman in New York that he got punched in the face by because she thought he was touching her butt. No, it's another blonde, Vera, played by Missy Pyle. You've seen this actress in so many things, lots of comedies. She's decent in the movie, not given a hell of a lot to do, really. She's just the sidekick who's the dumb blonde and follows Marv's orders. Can you imagine a character and how dumb they have to be to take orders from Marv? They don't even really explain where Harry is. I mean, he still might be in prison or something, but again, that just was weird. And the butler, I mentioned earlier that there's a butler character, Prescott. He's played by Eric Avari. Good actor. I've seen him and stuff, so I guess he was fine here. He had an antagonist relationship with Kevin McAllister, so I guess that fills his purpose. Yeah, this movie is dumb. It's dumb. It's so unnecessary, so unneeded. I don't get it. I don't know why I watched it. I don't know what the big deal was for me to sit here and watch it and why I did this to myself. But I did. Good for me. Yeah, not a fan of Home Alone 4, Taking Back the House, or whatever the hell the subtitle is. Who cares? Let me know in the comments below if you too have seen this movie, if you had ever even heard of this movie. Do you think it's lame and sucks as well? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!